The union was alerted to the increasing number of COVID infections at the head office. There was a battle to have the building shut down for fumigation. The Public Servants Association says the lives of employees has been compromised.
We have contacted each and every single minister within the public service to also inquire of them whether they are complying with the regulations. So if somebody does find themselves in a situation where they are being abused, where there's abuse by the manager or whatever the case may be, they have every right to go to a doctor, to get a doctor's note to prove that they actually are not feeling well. And if things still do not change, they can then contact their union.
They've called on the Chief Health Inspector in Gauteng to intervene after finding out that an employee who was forced to work from the office is now critically ill as a result of having contracted the coronavirus.
We are very appalled. We are actually in shock about the allegations that we have received that a senior manager in the Department of Public Works insisted that somebody who has a history of pneumonia should come to work and should continue to work. We are appalled by that, and we find that to be extremely disturbing. If they experience that their manager is mistreating them and that their manager is bullying them and that their manager is not willing to listen to them and listen to their concerns regarding any issues that they are raising relating to their health, then that person by all means can lodge a grievance.
The employee's family has been left reeling as their loved one fights for her life in hospital, in ICU, on a ventilator. They also blame her employer for refusing to allow her to work from home despite the fact that she had underlying illnesses. Her spouse says he wants recourse for his partner, but fears further victimization being meted out against the family.
There was a time when she did lodge a grievance against one of the managers. It was an issue relating to unfair treatment, discrimination, bullying, etc., sidelining and non-allocation of work. It's quite difficult to be able to try and comfort the young children because they do see now that this thing is real.
Chief Inspector for the Department of Labour says legislation allows for vulnerable workers to work from home. He has cautioned that employers could be held liable if a vulnerable staff member falls ill or dies.
Vulnerable workers, as defined by the direction, which also refers you to the Department of Health guidelines, is any person with a known or disclosed health issue or with comorbidities or any other condition that may place the employer at a higher risk of complication or death than any other employee if infected with COVID-19, or they may be above the age of 60 years. And therefore is possibly at a higher risk of infection. Now, the relevance of this cannot be underplayed.
In a written response to the SABC, the Department of Public Works has denied the allegations and says they'll be investigating the matter. Meanwhile, the manager in question has since provided a report to the Director General, who is to give a report back on the matter in the near future. Nozintombi Mia, SABC News, Johannesburg.